Around here, they call me Mr. Small Package. And you said that so close to my face.
What's up, everyone? Shaq here, and you know who this is. He is 1/3 of the reigning AEW Trios Champions, the former and perhaps soon to be AEW World Champion. They call him the Samoan Submission Machine, but don't try and have your Kobashi moment with this man, because he can strike his ass off too. Samoa Joe, how are you, sir?
Excellent, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you for doing this today.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, now, we have so much to get to with WrestleDream on the horizon, but I do want to start here. I know you guys are a little at odds these days, so maybe it's no longer appropriate, but what's the last medieval weapon that you mailed to Jon Moxley?
The last one I think I mailed to him, I believe, was a blowgun. Yeah, he said
it's a dangerous thing to give that man.
Very dangerous thing to give that man. He'll sneak through some bushes, let me tell you. So yeah, he's not the guy you should have gave that to. But that's for some poor neighborhood in Ohio to worry about, not for me. So I'll just say about that.
What's like the best reaction you've gotten from someone via like text or phone call after the fact, or maybe their wives? I don't know.
Renee just texted me Jesus Christ in all capital letters. That usually is pretty good. That's when I set the halberd. She got a little hot over that. Mm-hmm. Expecting a child, whatever.
I'm glad you guys had the chance to hash it out, and she knows where to find you most Wednesdays, right? I know we've talked. I know you talk ad nauseum about the Nope. That walk-off spot is iconic. But I don't want to rehash that, but I am curious. It does take two to tango. Mm-hmm. I would like you to christen who is the all-time #1 GOAT recipient of the move, because we're still adding like names to the list.
Oh, Christopher Daniels, without a shadow of a doubt. And many of them have gone unfilmed on various house shows back in the TNA era, where he had some very choice words as he flew through the air. It was it was akin to like Jazzy getting thrown out of the Fresh Prince house. You know what I mean? Just with a lot more vulgarity as he flew through the air.
I think it speaks to Fallen Angel's hang time that he's got the time to deliver all of that in such.
He does. He'd get out a sentence, and it'd be pretty foul one too at that. So yeah, he's all time greatest, never been beat. Probably him.
Can we throw a honorary mention to Joe Cruz? I just can't believe that this late.
Yeah, John Cruz. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely threw himself right up there, top 3 material with a midair questioning of where I was.
I'm still waiting on that Joe Cruz versus Serpentico match. I hope we see it.
It's gonna come up, dude. That slimy lizardy bastard. He's got to come in.
We have WrestleDream on the horizon. You will be headlining this event, and I think it's very appropriate because of what WrestleDream represents. Right? It is in honor of the late New Japan legend Antonio Inoki. What does it mean for you, being someone who's trained in the LA dojo and has, I imagine, so much admiration for Inoki, to be able to sort of honor him or take part in something that memorializes him like WrestleDream?
So, Inoki, if anything that I really respected about him, especially during my time with him, was, he was an unlimited visionary. He was a guy that just, ambition was something that he ate every morning and tried to spit out in droves every day. And he was very much a promoter of being very ambitious and audacious and taking on bigger, greater challenges. So, I mean, that's the thing that kind of sticks out the most to me when you talk about Antonio Inoki. He was a guy that was 100% willing to be audacious, willing to blow up the whole situation, make it as chaotic as possible, just to try to build it into something greater and better. And that's definitely what I take away from him whenever I remember him, and what I admired about him the most.
I think there's a lot of meaning to being a world champion, particularly in a relatively new promotion in AEW. Congrats on their 6-year anniversary. How would you describe your mission statement as champion the first time around, and does it look any different the second time?
It doesn't look much different. I think it's pretty simple that we want the AEW champion to be the standard bearer of the industry, to be the very best that this world has to offer. And I think it's commiserate of myself and men like Hangman and champions, whoever carries the AEW championship, to continue that tradition and to bear the championship in that type of light. And that's essentially what you're trying to do, especially with a newer promotion like AEW. it's about establishing those champions, establishing that higher standard that people are to aspire to. And I hope to continue to add to that legacy very shortly.
I was very happy to see over the weekend two of your close oldest friends in the industry gave you a little bit of a shout out, and that's when AJ Styles slapped on a coquina clutch onto John Cena. Just curious, have you seen the clip? What was your sort of gut reaction to seeing them pay tribute to you, as well as so many other people that have been integral to their success over these last few decades?
I haven't seen the match yet. I've been out working all weekend, but I have heard plenty about it, and it's incredibly cool. Both those men are people that I have unyielding respect for, and I'm so happy to see that they have enjoyed the successes that they both have in their life. And hey, it was wonderful to be thought of in their big moment, and my best to both guys.
AJ Styles, we know John Cena's retiring at the end of this year, but AJ has gone on the record that he will be retiring in 2026. Could I just get your thoughts on how it feels to see one of your all-time legendary rivals call it a career, and just, I guess, for those who maybe missed the early days, sort of a peek into what AJ means to pro wrestling?
I think AJ is one of a few wrestlers who kind of changed the face of wrestling, changed definitely the prototype of an ideal wrestler. I mean, he definitely expanded that category. Much like John, I mean, both had fantastic careers. I know for many fans, it's sad to see them go, and I can obviously see why they've been such a big part of the industry for so long. For me, bit of a different perspective, but I'm super happy for them both. These are both men who have achieved so much in this industry, and really have careers that they can kick their feet up and look back on with a tremendous amount of pride and satisfaction. And I'm always happy to see people enter that phase in their life in a healthy manner, and have great future prospects of other things on the horizon, which I think for both men is very much the case.
How much do you think John Cena and Frankie Kazarian set your dad back with that chicken breast eating competition they had back in the day?
Oh, I mean, a ton. But then again, if my pops was one thing, he was always up for a challenge. So he would have kept stuffing them full if they would have kept eating. Believe you me. There was still food left over. I mean, after it was all said and done.
Did he have like a freezer in the back? Like, where is he keeping?
Oh yeah, he had a big industrial freezer. If there was somebody over there, if he had an excuse to barbecue, he'd take any chance he'd get. So yeah, he loved doing that.
Well, keeping his kid fit during Balkan season,
Oh, keeping everybody in the neighborhood fit if it was up to him.
Oh, that's good called. That's a good dad for you. That's what you want around.
Hey, good guy.
Get the neighborhood together. Last thing on the wider spectrum of retirement, I know you said previously in an interview with Chris Van Vliet that whenever this next contract wraps up, it's probably it for you. Is that still the mission? Is that still sort of the likely horizon for you?
I'd say most likely. And and honestly, I think it's for a lot of reasons, and I think most of them are responsible. So obviously, you never want to outstay your welcome in this industry, and I've been fortunate that I've been able to be involved with it for over 25 years now. And and the other thing too is I think many of us want to preserve what we can of our health for our latter years. So it is something that is probably the most likely scenario, but hey, it is an unusual world and unusual opportunities come up. So we'll see.
Is there a date you'd be willing to share?
No, not at all. No, it might be a surprise. It might just be one day I'm gone and leave it at
okay.
that. I'm not as ceremonial as everybody else. I like disappearing into the sunset.
Yeah, I'm curious. Why is that? Because I heard Y2J say something similar. Like, how do you perceive the way that at least you kind of want to go out? Like, why do you feel that way?
It's in a lot of ways I feel it's important maybe to me more than anybody else. I wouldn't want to hold up a young burgeoning industry for on behalf of myself. Not that anybody else isn't deserving of that honor. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I've always been somebody that's been firmly planted with my head toward the future and never tried to dwell too much in the past. And it's kind of been my theory with the industry too. I would hope we always look towards the future, and not obviously appreciate the past, but not miss it too much.
Man, that's such an interesting, refreshing take to hear, and it reminds me of something else you told Chris, which is why you sort of scaled back on the Muscle Buster, and it was out of respect for Tyson Kidd, a coworker at the time. He doesn't need to see that every week. Pro wrestling, and we were talking before we started about MMA, and these are collaborative, but at the same time, they're very sort of like selfish, independent pursuits in terms of kind of what you have to be willing to sacrifice and put in and make do for yourself. Everything you say seems really conscious and mindful of the collaborative component of it all. Why do you think you've sort of developed that philosophy?
Just because I've been involved in the entity that is entertainment and show business since I was born. Well before I ever stepped into a pro wrestling ring, I'd already had an 18-year career in show business. All the characters that I saw in pro wrestling I had seen previously, and I had known when great entertainment endeavors work, and I've seen when they fall apart and fall to pieces. And I always laugh. I'm told this comment comes out a lot. You can make money, you can make friends, but you can't make both in wrestling. And that is an asinine statement. I've made tons of friends and I've made tons of money. And most of the best stuff that I've ever created has come from a collaborative effort, has come from people understanding where we're at, being all on the same page, and putting forth a Herculean effort to put together something amazing for the fans to see. And more often than not, a lot of that selfishness, actually, it may make you money, but generally overall it leads to a lot of destruction and strife throughout the company, and can hurt a lot of things and can close companies down. I mean, let's talk about the other side effects of this behavior. So yeah, I've been more conscious because I came from a world where the industry was completely destroyed and there wasn't any opportunity for a man like me to make money. And I had to make that money. I had to collaborate with other people to build systems and viability to make money in this industry and create new companies. And those new companies weren't created in this backstabbing everybody for themselves environment. It was created by a sum of great people, much like AJ Styles, much like myself, coming together, collaborating together, and creating something better for the fans who they would appreciate and tune into. So, this theory is based on what I've had to do my entire life and my entire career, is collaborate with people, build new areas, and build new companies to compete in this industry. And that only happened through collaboration and helping each other out. And I'm sure for other people, their journey in the industry was different, and it may be more knives out where they were. But I knew what worked for me. I knew what worked in the companies that I was a part of. And I'm just going to continue with that regardless of what all the drama merchants may want.
You see, when you have a timer on these interviews and so much ground to cover, it's hard to flesh ideas out, but I'm glad that we were able to a little bit. Thank you for putting me and others on game, Joe.
Oh, no worries. No, I appreciate it.
As we hit the back half here, last thing, because I did get some fan Q&As about this. Any ideas on what kind of role you want to have in wrestling whenever it is all said and done? Because I know a lot of people want to see you back on commentary.
Honestly, whatever role will have me. Like, once again, I'm not worried about what it is I'll do. That's not an issue for me. I mean, you plug me in wherever, I'll do whatever it takes to help us as much as we need to be helped in that area. But I mean, I think I definitely would like to have some involvement with the industry. I'd love to work with younger athletes and help them develop and become better. Obviously, if they choose to want to work with me. But I mean, that's really it. And other than that, I mean, just try to continue to make stronger and stronger performers for the fans to enjoy at home. I mean, that's really kind of what I want to leave to the business and leave. If I leave anything for a legacy, it's that 10 superstars became greater because of my help and were able to entertain you into the near future.
You talk about sort of having to help build all these new avenues, entering the industry in a time after it was destroyed in many ways. It's so great seeing so many companies thriving right now. You have AEW. I know TNA just set their own attendance record. AEW constantly setting records. I mean, all-ins, etc. Is there anything worrying or concerning that you see in the industry right now that people should maybe be careful about the impacts it could have in the future?
I think people, obviously the pushing of the envelope is always going to be an issue here in wrestling, and I think if there's anything I could tell people, it's not about um, necessarily trying to put on the biggest spectacle. It's about making people care about you, and as long as they care about you and you've made that connection with them, you'll be amazed at what they're willing to go through with you, and how much you won't have to lean on those types of things to get a reaction.
There's this legendary match that I always see pop up on my feed in Ring of Honor between you and Low Ki. Did anyone tell you guys beforehand that wrestling is supposed to be scripted?
I mean, yeah, we were told, but then again, what I'm told and what I choose to do is vastly two different things, and I think we learned that.
What can you just sort of like walk me through what that experience is like in real time? Because I mean, we know Joe can hit hard, and I think Low Ki has a little bit of a reputation amongst himself too. But what was that experience like in real time? Just another day at the office, or?
Yeah, another day at the office. I mean, that's listen. I've always been a firm proponent. Whatever energy you throw down the pipe at me is going to be coming right back to you. And I mean, that's just that. What you get in, what you put in, and what I put back out is usually pretty much on par with what you put in. So yeah, I mean that's what I tell everybody at that match. Like if you want to go that route, we'll go that route. If you want to go another route, we'll go there too. It's just I'll meet you wherever you want to meet me.
I know a lot of people, much to AJ Styles' amusement, would walk up to you looking forward to their Kobashi moment. Is there anyone you remember who actually sort of lived up to the energy that they brought you beforehand?
No. No, dude. It's Kenta Kobashi. What are you talking about, dude? Did any dude wearing a cutoff sleeve T-shirt in the Midwest reach Kobashi standard? I mean, dude, just listen to your own question. Stare in the mirror for a while. Answer will come to you, dude.
It's not me. Well, I thought maybe there's some sort of Midwest legend out there, who deserves a bit of props.
No, dude, he don't exist. Sorry.
Speaking of throwing back the energy at you, what's going through your mind when Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias tells you that you smell like Spam?
He's probably right, man. We've got some Musubi down the corner with him, so I mean, he had me dead to rights there. I mean.
Was that the closest you've come to breaking character on camera?
Oh no, I've come close several other times. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Though, listen, he's a funny man for a reason. So yeah, I was pretty close.
Who did it do the best job of making a break character?
It's tough. Brian Danielson got me really bad once in ROH, and at the time he was pinning several people with an inside package cradle pin, and I remember he looked me directly in the face and he says, you think that you're better than me? You think you can kick out of my inside cradle? Let me tell you something, buddy. Around here, they call me Mr. Small Package. And he said that so close to my face. And I almost, it was everything I could do not to spit everything in my mouth out. I'm dying laughing because one of the best stone cold delivered lines I've ever had done to me in a ring. And cheers to him for it.
I'm so glad I asked that question. I can't wait to get my editors on the shorts for that one.
I'm sure they'll find it, yeah.
Good. Last couple here for you. First, back to the fan Q&As. Give you one brief moment without wrestling on the mind. Joe, what is your dream voice acting role?
Ooh, I mean, I'd love a crack at some of the Marvel characters, I'd love a good crack at Juggernaut, something like that. That'd be really fun for me, but
that's good.
We'll see. A little Marco Kane action, that'd be kind of cool. But I mean, also, there's a lot of DC characters too, man. I was really
about to say
a little dark side. I mean, I love doing some dark
collab.
side stuff. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. So, yeah, I mean, those roles are kind of cool because those the animated features they do now are really awesome. So, it'd be cool to do something like that.
I could see Juggernaut. The second you said it, I could hear the voice. So I think
we can have some fun.
One we got to bang the drums on. All right, last question. I know you kind of touched on it a little bit in terms of what you'd like to leave, but to tie this back to AEW ahead of your match with Hangman Adam Page at WrestleDream, what are you most proud of contributing to AEW during your tenure here so far?
I mean, really just my ability to kind of showcase some of the younger talent that we've had here and in some of the matches. And, it's been kind of a focal point, of just, being there kind of working with the younger talent, kind of expanding on what they can do and giving them kind of a bigger a platform for them to show off what they can do. And I mean, I just hope I get the opportunity to continue to do that.
Joe, ahead of your match with Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship this weekend, if there's anything you want to tell the people, man, I'd love to give you the last word.
Well, in a world where many things are uncertain and quality can never be assured, come WrestleDream. Samoa Joe will walk out your new AEW World Champion. If you're assured of one thing, it's that every Wednesday night, all will be right in the world, for the King has returned.